Welcome to Furry Facts, the channel where cats aren't just pets, they're mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Here, we go beyond the cute whiskers and purring cuddles to explore the hidden world of cats. Their secret instincts, strange behaviors, ancient myths, and the science that explains what they know about us and what they hide from us. If you've ever wondered why your cat stares into the dark, why they meow only at you, or what secrets they carry from thousands of years of living alongside humans, you're in the right place. This is Furry Facts, where every meow, every purr, every flick of the tail tells a story you've never heard before. And today's story takes us into one of the strangest and most provocative mysteries of all, the cat's meow. Think about it, your cat meows at you every morning, at the door, at the food bowl, when you're working, even when you're trying to sleep. It's a sound so familiar you hardly notice it anymore. But here's the shocking truth. Cats don't meow to each other. In the wild, adult cats are nearly silent. They communicate with scent, with body language, with hisses and purrs. But meows, those are for us. Cats invented a language just for humans. A sound no other cat would ever use, but one they repeat endlessly to us. The question is, why? Is the meow a clever tool of manipulation designed to control us? Or is it something deeper, an attempt to bridge the gap between species to speak across the silence? Let's find out. Your cat meows at you every morning. At the door, in the kitchen, when you're working, when you're sleeping. It's a sound you know so well that you barely notice it anymore. But here's the strange thing, cats don't meow to each other. In the wild, adult cats are silent. They communicate with scent, with body language, with purrs and hisses. But meows, those are for us. Cats invented a language just for humans. A sound no other adult cat would ever use, but one they repeat endlessly to us. The question is, why? Is the meow a tool of manipulation, a way of controlling us? Or is it something more profound, an attempt to bridge the gap between species to speak across the silence? Tonight, we'll explore the mystery of the meow, the science, the psychology, the folklore, and the spiritual possibilities. By the end, you may never hear your cats meow the same way again. Kittens meow. They meow to their mothers when they are hungry, cold, or lost. The sound is sharp, high-pitched, designed to get attention quickly. It is a survival sound. But in the wild, once a kitten grows, the meowing stops. Adult cats rarely vocalize to each other except in moments of aggression or mating. Silence is safety. Sound attracts predators. So why do our domestic cats keep meowing into adulthood? The answer is simple, because it works. Over thousands of years of living alongside humans, cats discovered that meows get results. Unlike scent or subtle body language, meows cut through the human fog. They reach us. They move us. In other words, meows are not just instinct, but are also adaptation. Cats kept the kittens cry not for each other, but for us. Studies show that cats have an astonishing range of meows: short, long, rising, falling, insistent, soft. Some researchers suggest cats develop unique meow dialects for their individual humans, tailoring sounds to what works best. A chirpy, high-pitched sound for greeting. Unlike dogs who evolved to bark at threats and alerts, cats evolved to vocalize mainly at us. In fact, cats living without humans meow much less. Feral cats are nearly silent. It is only in the human-cat bond that meows bloom into language. This raises a provocative thought. Cats invented a communication system not for themselves, but for us. Let's be honest. Sometimes it feels like our cats are playing us. They meow at the door, we get up. They meow at the food bowl, we fill it. They meow at night, we can't sleep. Researchers suggest the meow is designed to push our buttons. Its pitch is similar to a baby's cry, triggering human caregiving instincts. Cats learned over time how to hack our psychology. Are they manipulating us? In one sense, yes. But manipulation is only half the story. Because the meow is not just demand, it is also a connection. Many cats meow not for food or doors, but simply to greet, to acknowledge, to be near. This suggests the meow is not only a control, it is also a relationship. Unlike dogs who bark to the whole world, cats reserve their meows for us. It is, in a strange way, an attempt to speak our language. Cats noticed we are a noisy species. We talk constantly. We respond to sound more than silence. And so they adapted. They broke their own silence to meet us where we are. Think about that. In a world of scent and body language, cats chose to step into sound not for each other but for us. They crossed a species boundary and said, in effect, "If this is how you speak, then I will speak too." That is not just manipulation, that is intimacy, that is bridge building. Throughout history, humans have been both fascinated and unsettled by the idea of cats speaking. In ancient Egypt, cats were sacred, often seen as companions of gods. Some texts suggest their voices were linked to divine messages. In medieval Europe, cats were feared for their cries at night, believed to be witches whispering through feline throats. In Japan, the folklore of the Bakeneko described supernatural cats that could speak human words, often to reveal secrets or mislead the greedy. These stories reveal something deep. Humans have always felt that cats' voices are uncanny, otherworldly. Their meows feel like more than just sounds. They feel like communication from a place we half understand, half fear. In the wild, a kitten's meow is temporary. It is the cry of need, food, warmth, protection. But as cats mature, their voices change. Adults rarely meow to one another. Instead, they hiss to warn, growl to fight, or purr to soothe. Silence becomes survival. Domestic cats, however, kept the kitten's cry into adulthood. Why? Because it works on us. Somewhere along the long history of cat-human cohabitation, cats learned a secret. While other cats ignored meows, humans responded every time. By retaining the child's voice, cats placed themselves forever in our caregiving circle. They became, in our ears, eternal kittens, always needing, always calling, always compelling us to answer. It is a strategy of survival, but it is also something more, a bridge, because the meow did not just keep them alive. It tied them to us emotionally, wrapping their lives around ours. Not every cat meows the same way. In fact, studies show that cats tailor their meows to their humans. One cat may use short, staccato meows to get fed. Another may stretch vowels into long, dramatic pleas at the door. Some chirp with high-pitched greetings when their humans return home. Over time, cats adjust their voices to what works best on their particular person. It's as though they are experimenting, testing which sounds unlock the right human behavior. This means every meow is a private language, a dialect spoken only between one cat and one human. To your neighbor, their cat's meow sounds completely different, even though the desire is the same. In this way, cats create one-on-one languages with us. They are not only vocalizing, they are inventing. Here is where the mystery deepens. The pitch of a cat's meow is eerily similar to the cry of a human infant. Both fall within the frequency range of 200 and 5600 Hz, designed to pierce through background noise and demand attention. Is this coincidence, or have cats evolved to mimic the cries that humans are biologically wired to respond to? Some scientists argue this is manipulation, that cats hacked our brains. Others argue it is adaptation, that cats learned how to live beside us by mirroring the sounds we cannot ignore. Either way, the result is the same. The meow enters us. It bypasses logic. It stirs something ancient in our nervous system, something older than language itself, the instinct to care for the small, the vulnerable, the dependent. This raises a provocative question. When your cat meows, are they manipulating you or are they loving you? The answer may be both. Yes, cats use meows to get what they want. They are not above demanding food, doors, or playtime with persistent cries. But not all meows are transactional. Many cats meow when their humans come home, when they wake up in the morning, when they enter a room. These are not demands, they are greetings, connection, presence. Perhaps the meow began as manipulation, but over time it became something else, a ritual of relationship. Just as humans say hello or good night, cats learned to vocalize presence. They meow not only for need, but for bond. Together, we built a system of meaning that exists nowhere else in the animal kingdom. Wolves did not invent a new language just for humans. Birds did not change their songs for us, but cats did. This makes the meow not just communication, but collaboration. It is the shared bridge where our two worlds meet. Anyone who has lived with cats knows the eerie sensation. Your cat looks at you, opens their mouth, and speaks. Not barks, not chirps, not whistles, but something that feels unmistakably like words. No wonder folklore is filled with stories of cats who talk. From Japan's Bakeneko, supernatural cats said to mimic human voices, to European legends of witches, familiars whispering in feline tones, the idea of the speaking cat has haunted us for centuries. Because deep down, we already feel it. When a cat meows at us, it does not feel like random noise. It feels directed, intentional, meant. That is the real mystery of the meow. It feels like language because it is. Not in words, but in meaning. Not in grammar, but in intent. Long before science, humans listened to the voices of animals with awe and fear. Few sounds carried as much mystery as the cry of the cat. In ancient Egypt, cats were sacred to Bastet, goddess of protection, home, and fertility. Priests described the voices of cats as channels of divine power. To kill a cat, even by accident, was punishable by death. Their cries were not mere noise, but sacred sound. In Rome, cats were linked to freedom and independence. Their voices were thought to summon protective spirits. Across Asia, cats were revered as guardians of thresholds. Their meows at night were interpreted as warnings against evil spirits crossing into the home. The pattern repeats across the ancient world. The cat's voice was not dismissed as animal sound. It was heard as something deeper, a connection to the unseen. But reverence has a shadow. In medieval Europe, as superstition grew, the cat's cry took on a darker meaning. Their nocturnal wails, echoing through villages at night, were feared as omens. Cats were linked to witches, their voices believed to carry curses. Some believed cats could speak in human tongues, revealing secrets or whispering spells. Black cats, especially, were seen as shapeshifters. Their cries at windows or crossroads were interpreted as messages from the devil himself. Tragically, this fear led to the persecution of cats during the Middle Ages, their cries once divine now branded as demonic. In Japan, folklore speaks of the Bakeneko, or changed cat, a supernatural feline who could grow old enough to gain magical powers. One of these powers was human speech. Bakeneko were said to mimic human voices to trick or frighten people, but not all stories were sinister. Some tales described Bakeneko warning families of danger, their voices carrying guidance and protection. Here again we see the theme. When cats meow, it feels uncanny, almost human. Folklore tried to explain it by giving them voices beyond nature. Across cultures, cats were seen as liminal beings living between worlds. Neither fully wild nor fully domestic, neither fully silent nor fully vocal. Their meows were interpreted as messages from this in-between place. In Norse mythology, Freyja, goddess of love and magic, rode a chariot pulled by cats. Their voices were said to carry whispers from the spirit world. In Celtic belief, the cat Sith, a large black cat with a white spot, prowled graveyards, its cries linked to souls passing into the other side. Even today, many people report cats vocalizing strangely around times of death or illness. Coincidence, or a continuation of ancient patterns where their voices bridge the visible and invisible? At the heart of all this folklore lies a simple fact. The cat's meow feels too intentional. too human. It is not like a bird's song or a dog's bark. It is directed, personal, filled with inflection. When your cat meows at you, it feels like they are not just making noise, they are speaking. This uncanny quality has always unsettled humans. It is why we wrote myths of talking cats, divine cats, demonic cats. Their voices blur the line between species, between worlds. And perhaps that is the truth. The meow is not just a sound, it is a bridge. A way for cats to cross into our world, to draw us closer, to bind us with a voice no other animal uses just for us. Which brings us to the spiritual question. Why did cats invent this sound for humans? Was it only survival and manipulation, or was it something more? What if, on some level, cats recognized that humans needed sound to feel connection? What if they chose to break their natural silence to reach us where we are? If so, then the meow is not just manipulation. It is compassion. It is intimacy. It is a reminder that even across species, beings can create language to close the distance between them. When your cat meows, it's not random noise. Studies show cats pitch their meows in a frequency range that overlaps with a baby's cry. Humans are biologically wired to respond to this sound, to feel urgency, to stop what we're doing, to care. This is why a cat's meow can cut through distraction, even in the middle of the night. It is designed, whether by evolution or by clever adaptation, to reach the deepest caregiving parts of our brain. Many cat owners have stories of their cats sounding almost human. Some cats even develop repeated syllables that resemble words. Science explains this as coincidence and mimicry, but for the humans who hear it, it feels like more. It feels like their cat is truly trying to cross the gap, not just making sound, but shaping it to reach us. Are cats hacking us, or are they helping us? The answer may be both. Manipulation. Meows get what they want: food, doors, attention. Cats have trained us well. Healing, but meows also soothe. A greeting meow at the door, a soft trill when you wake, a conversational reply when you speak. These are not demands. They are connection. Perhaps the truth is that the meow began as manipulation but grew into something more, a shared ritual of affection. Why did cats, of all animals, invent a sound just for humans? Maybe because they saw our weakness, our need for sound, for language, for voice. Maybe they realized that if they wanted to live with us, they would need to speak in the only way we understand. And maybe, just maybe, they didn't do it only for survival. Maybe they did it because, in their own feline way, they wanted to talk to us. Practical takeaways for cat owners. If cats meow only for us, then every meow is a message. Here's how to listen better. Notice the patterns. Your cat's meows are tailored for you. Pay attention to how they change between hunger, greeting, and protest. Respond with consistency. If your cat meows for food and you sometimes answer and sometimes ignore, you create confusion. Clear, steady responses help build trust. Differentiate demand from affection. Not every meow means hunger. Treat those moments as connection, not annoyance. Talk back. Cats often meow more with owners who converse with them. Replying reinforces the bond and creates a rhythm of shared language. Respect silence too. Cats communicate with eyes, tails, posture, and purrs. The meow is powerful, but it's only one thread in their much bigger tapestry of expression. The meow is not just about cats, it's also about us. Cats discovered that humans, unlike other animals, cannot resist a cry. We are creatures of sound. We need language to connect. In learning this, cats revealed our own nature back to us. Vulnerable, talkative, desperate to feel understood. And in giving us the meow, cats didn't just manipulate us. They gave us a gift, a bridge of sound across the species divide. Think about it, your cat never needed to meow at you. They could have stayed silent, relying only on body language. But they didn't. They chose to speak. When your cat calls you in the morning or answers when you say their name, you are hearing something unique in nature. a language born only between cats and humans. It is a reminder that across the silence of the animal world, there are voices reaching for us, trying to connect. And cats, mysterious as they are, chose not just to live with us, but to speak to us. This has been Furry Facts, where we uncover the hidden truths of the feline world. So the next time your cat meows at you, listen carefully. Don't dismiss it as noise. Hear it as what it really is, a sound invented just for you. A bridge across species. A secret language that exists nowhere else in nature. If this episode opened your eyes to the mystery of the meow, please like this video, share it with other cat lovers, and subscribe to Furry Facts. And don't forget to tap the bell so you never miss another deep dive into the secrets of our feline companions. Because with cats, there's always more than meets the eye, and every sound, every purr, every meow tells a story.